Hey guys, Grozo here, back with another Mythic Raid video for you. Today's video is going to be about Bloodbound Horror, and kind of how to min-max this boss as Affliction. The key things for this fight are using your Demonic Circle properly, and being able to dot the adds to do like AoE multi-dotting and padding as much as possible. So the first thing I want to show you before I get into the video are my talents. Okay. These talents are the same talents you use for the first 4 bosses in the raid in Mythic. The first 4 bosses use the same talents. What I'll do is I'll copy them and put a link in the description to where you can import these into your game. So let's go ahead and get into the commentary. Okay, so this video was taken from my live stream. So when I was doing the fight, I was trying to kind of narrate as I go on the chat who were watching. And I think that when I was, going through the fight, saying things as I was doing them, the commentary wasn't so bad. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play the video, and you'll hear me talking, but it'll be past me from when I was doing the fight currently. And if current editing Grozo needs to add something, I'll pause the video and talk over it and give some context or I do something or explain something better. So, one more thing before I get started. What I always do on Bloodbound Horror, generally, I like to go down first. I want to go kill the adds first. It works so well as Affliction Warlock to be able to multi-dot so many adds with the second half of Lust and just do crazy damage. So I asked the raid leader to put me in the group that goes down first. And if that's the case, we're happy. The first thing before the pull is I choose if I want to stand on this side or this side. I'm standing here. And I demonic circle the opposite side. What this does is that when I go down to attack the adds will generally spawn on this platform here, right? But it's normally like 3 adds and then 1 here or 1 here. I want to stand, here, and have my demonic circle there. So that way, if the adds kind of spawn on this side, I can already hit them. But if they spawn over here closer to diamond, I can immediately teleport and then run to where I need to attack them, no problem. So this kind of pre-planning is really nice just to help min-max your damage. And like I said, I'm going down first, so I'm not going to use my cooldowns on pull. We have Lust going, but I'm just gonna do like my dots, no soul rot, no singularity, no drink, nothing, until the adds come up. When the adds come up, I'm gonna dot them as much as possible, and then I'm going to put the soul rot and singularity and whatnot back on the boss, and then blow everything, AoEing all 4 or 5 targets at once.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
My damage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so perfect. We're so lucky. Nice. So the adds are on my side. Got these here, and then one to my left. I'm standing over here away from the group, so I don't need to spread. Apply your dots, go back to the boss, put everything on him, and then you're popping your cooldowns and AoEing everything at once.
Beams here, guys. Hit squad, careful on the start.
Cover the demonic circle. Rush, please. No.
If you guys can come around and finish that ad off, if you're downstairs.
Okay, so pause. Right as the beam was coming to me, I drop my demonic circle, and then I teleport over the beam. What that does is the beam goes clockwise, or counterclockwise, really slowly, and my group is going to run away from me. So the healers, I'm out of range of everybody besides my mage. And the other group is next to me, but they're all on the ground. But they're above ground, so they can't heal me. On my own, this way is definitely the best to keep your uptime up really high and do damage. Because if you're running from the beam, you can't attack. If you're going to do this, you need to make sure that you're going to be quick on the draw with the health potion, with your defensives, with a health stone. I am miles away from everybody besides the mage. He's not going to bandage me, So I put myself here. I need to make sure I can live. You skip the beam and run the opposite way, it's on you. If you die, that's your fault. I know I can live, so that's what I'm going to do here. Another thing, if you have Mad Queen's Mandate, this trinket, when you hit somebody with it, heals you for a ton of damage afterwards. So I'm going to use it on this ad to execute it, reset the cooldown, and then keep DPSing. Alongside that, I have my Dark Pact, Health Stone, Health Potion, so I'll be perfectly fine here.
That's good. Get the little lad CC. Hellstone.
Really far away. Well, I need to run left to get around back to my group. I'll take my time going back over. I can heal myself.
We're on purple.
My group's over there on green, so I'm running towards them. They're coming towards me on star, so I'm good. As Affliction, you can kind of ignore the beam there, play around it, and I used Health Potion to stay alive. And I'm chilling. Sorry, as this spec. Okay, so I'm kind of rambling right now in my stream, but the idea is, right, I start on square, I kill the ads, whatever, I teleport over the beam, and I dodge the group that is above ground, and I kind of stay here, because my group is going to be making their way around the circle, while I'm standing here keeping my uptime. Obviously, I need to dodge mechanics and move a little bit, but since I'm not being chased by the beam, you know, I can kind of stay in this area, so it's okay. They'll make their way back to me, or worst case, they'll stop like over here on triangle, right? And then I can just, you know, run a quarter of the way around instead of the entire way around, you know. It saves you so much uptime, but like I said, it's pretty deadly if you can't keep yourself up, because you have healing reductions coming out, constant damage. Get hit by a tentacle, you're dead. Be careful when you do that. You can ignore the beam and play around it like that with the Demonic Circle, and you can live. I'm running to the far right, so I'm out of the way of the group, and we're getting the beam soon as well, and I want to be able to, oh, my cooldowns. I want to be able to deal like with the beam without having to move too much. Okay, so maybe my commentary wasn't as good as I thought it was. So what I'm saying here is that the tentacles, the beams are spawning, right? The beams go slowly counterclockwise. So where I see my tank is, he's over here. And I know where the beams are going to spawn, because they spawn like perpendicular to him. Or parallel. Whatever. I'm not good at those things. They spawn facing like this, across from him. I want to go stand right over here near where the beam spawns. That way I have plenty of time, because it's spinning away from me, to sit there and cast. This beam is over here. It takes forever to get to me, so I can do most of my damage rotation. I use my 1 minute cooldowns without having to dodge too much. We'll get the circles where we have to spread out, so I'm going to want to try and get out of the way of other people, because the melee other people are going to be trying to run through here. So if you're going to try and stand here, like I want to do, don't stand right in the middle where the melee are going. Try and stand in the back. You're out of the way, but you can stand there and just keep casting. I don't know which I do, so if I embarrass myself, if I stand on the right near the edge of the beam, because it goes counterclockwise, it won't be walking into me. I just spread out here.
Beam's coming, guys. Careful downstairs.
My damage trinket cooldown just came up, but another thing during this phase that I'm always looking for is the duration of the beams. You can see the buff on the boss, right? His buff is the beam duration. So I'm kind of always just like kind of looking up here a little bit and going back to my thing and then checking here to make sure. Obviously there's probably a weak aura. Like I have a weak aura here. My UI is all messed up because I had to download some new weak auras and I haven't changed my stuff. But knowing when the beam's going to end is really nice because you can kind of plan it around. I'm just going to hold it because we're going to go when you stop. Go back down there and deal with those ads again. Okay. We're going outside.
Get out of middle.
My group's really running far away. I'll drop a gateway and catch up. I'll have to see the ads. What I said there is that I'll drop a gateway and catch up once I see the ads. I'm here, right? I don't know where the ads are going to spawn. My group is over here, but I know the ads can also spawn back by square. So I don't want to run to one side, then have to run back to the other. So I'll wait for the ads to spawn, and I'll consider just dropping a gateway with Soul Burn to instantly gateway where I need to go. But we're going to wait and see where the ads spawn first before I move, because I'm full HP and I'm not taking damage. There's no point in running over here and then having to run more later when I can just DPS now and gateway instantly to make up the time that I lost. So let's see where I go. I'll stay here for a second. Ads are by me. Perfect. They come back to me. There's one ad. And see, just like that, right? Ads are by me. So now my group comes to me, where I'm at here. I have an ad in the distance, and I'll explain what I do far away.
When you go down, you're going to green.
So I'm going to drop a gateway to get ready to go. The far ad.
Oh shit, top back.
I just got nuked. Ouch.
Stutter step these tentacles, guys.
Here, I get my dots on every ad. Shadow's Embrace is going to fall off the boss here, which is pretty unfortunate. But I want to do as much damage as possible before the ads are dying. As you can see, the ads in melee, they're already at 50, 79%. So by the time I get my dots up, if I reapply Shadow's Embrace to the boss, most of my damage is going to be wasted on these two ads especially, and also this one. So I'd rather lose out on Shadow's Embrace on the boss, and just AoE as much as possible, my cooldown's up, and then go back to putting it back on the boss. Also, it's quite early. I only have 21 stacks on Spymaster's Web, but I'm going to send Spymaster's Web here, because I'm not going to have another chance to hit the ads before we kill the boss. The boss is at 38%. He's going to die, like kind of as the next set of ads spawn-ish, and I don't want to risk, getting, like one use of Spymaster's Web, but only having, like 6 or 7 seconds of it at max stacks, compared to having the full, like, duration of the buff now with less stacks, if that makes sense. Like, if I use it at the end of the fight, the boss might die, like, halfway through the duration, and that's not epic. I think I'd rather use it now, what I do, and I try and pop off as much as possible. Right here, got everything with my dots. I'll use Spymaster's Web here, because the ads might not live long enough. Note, it would have been easy for me to save the Shadow's Embrace if I just got a tick of my Drain Soul off, but the ads are, like, literally already dead. So, also, you'll see here the beam is coming, so this is so unlucky. Watch how I play around the beam. Here. I drop my Demonic Circle, and then I start moving and finishing my DPS. Note, I could have just sprinted to the left and gone through the beam, but in the moment I was scared. I don't know why, because sometimes tanks stutter step. My tanks are good, so they wouldn't stutter step and kill me, but I don't know. I didn't want to risk like trying to run through it and then getting hit by the beam or something, so I dropped my circle and created the teleport through it instead.
Hit squad, you got beam on your tail.
Teleport back. Now I'm back to DPSing. I don't get run over and die.
Just get a CC in your group and finish it. Want to res on buffs?
Oh gosh, dude. Unlucky. I couldn't get my damage trinket off in time. Really not up? Oh, here, whatever. Damage.
Group 2 blue.
With 1 green.
Hit squad.
Thing on
for
green,
group
my
two,
group,
you're going
just
on
like this.
green. Once you go down.
This fight, I'm not playing the best. You can tell I'm really tanky, so I'm not dying. But, there, the beam placement was pretty unlucky.
Let's get these harbingers dead, please. Downstairs.
Let's Spymaster's Web again one more time.
Beam is
It's
started.
up. I have my 1 minute cooldowns.
Downstairs group, move up.
I'm taking the demonic circle behind. Yep, my demonic circle is still up. I don't forget about it, and then we're gonna go back to where I came from. The wall. It's pretty unlucky that I teleported directly on somebody. I have the tentacles. That's definitely kind of on me. That's hopefully I'm glad he didn't die, but I could have easily just teleported and like just destroyed somebody. What a big health stone here.
Rock up your low health potion.
Okay, I walked back into the beam. Am I stupid? Don't answer that chat.
Right out of middle.
I'm on my own over here. That's fine. Also gonna die, so it doesn't matter where I'm at. Just like that. Something like that. Nice. So there we go. The boss dies. And yeah, that's how you play the fight. You'll see that, like, the intended way, right? The boss, he wants you to run away from the beam, around the room the entire time. But since we're a Warlock, we have our Demonic Circle Teleport. We can kind of ignore that mechanic, and ignoring the beam and being able to put yourself in a good place to be able to multi-dot the ads and the boss quickly is how you're going to do well on this fight. So making sure you avoid the beam, and yeah, dotting the ads is your key to success. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down below, and I'll see you in the next one.